I've got, like I said, Ms. Yvette Ramalo and Oratile a bit about what Sampra does. I think it's best to start there. If you could explain to us what exactly does Sampra do.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Sampra is the South African Performers' Rights Association. We collect or administer royalties for needle time. Basically, needle time is the number of spins or airplay a song gets on radio, retail stores, pubs, and restaurants. And we collect royalties for all recording artists. So if you were just the producer, backup vocalist, instrumentalist, or a featured artist, or the main artist of a song, that's who we collect royalties for.
And do people have to register as individuals? So each and every person who's involved in the music, do I need to register with Sampra?
Yes, you do. Even if you guys are an ensemble or a choir, each member needs to register individually.
Cool. And so the way I understand is that the needle time royalties are paid to people. So with, as an example, with Samro, they would be paying royalties to people who are writers and the creators of the music. But somebody who's maybe made the beat but didn't necessarily write the music, or somebody who's a bass guitarist or a pianist in a song, but they didn't really write the music, they still do get some payment from Sampra.
Yes, they do. They fall under instrumentalists and producers.
Cool. And how is the registration process for somebody who's new, who wants to become a member?
Okay, right now we're trying to go paperless, so you guys can visit our website. It's www.sampra.org.za, and then click on our tab that says members, then click member forms, and fill in our application form for recording artists and the notification form for recorded performances.
And how does the money, or where does the actual money for needle time come from, and how is it split between everybody who played a role in the making of a certain song?
Okay, so it comes from radios, as I've said, retail stores, pubs, and restaurants. So what happens is, if I'm the main artist and Yvette is my featured artist and you are probably my producer, so what happens is me and Yvette, okay, firstly, we've also got the record label side. So when we get the 100 Rand, we split it 50 to the record label and then 50 to the performing artists. So the performing artists will be the three of us. What happens is we've also split that 50 into 65 for the main artist, 65 for the featured artist, and then you as the producer will get 35%.
Cool. And what have you seen in terms of like the payouts? I just want to have a sense of a monetary value, especially with needle time. Is it something that artists have been taking seriously, registering with Sampra, or is there still some kind of backlog with regards to music that hasn't been reported?
We do have a backlog. We call that file our undocumented file. So basically, even if you're not registered with us and we get a playlist from our licensed radio stations and it has your song that has been played, we put that money under our undoc file and we do try to contact you. But if we don't get a chance to and you do come up and you register with us, we check for your royalties under that file. And if you do, you'll get your money within a week or so.
So if you've heard songs in the past, guys, that have been used, whether on radio or wherever else. But if your songs have been used and you have not yet registered with Sampra, I suggest you do. You might be getting an early Christmas present. How long does it take once the membership is done, like for it to be actually active once I've applied online?
Oh, it takes 21 days for us to capture your application. And then regarding the undoc file, we only backdate to 2009. So just keep that in mind. Any of your songs that received airplay from 2009 to 2018, definitely please check with us if you do have royalties.
Cool. I think we'll take questions at the end because I want to get into the Sampra Development Fund with IO's Yvette. What is that and how can people benefit from it?
Okay, the Sampra Development Fund is a corporate social investment arm of Sampra. The fund was launched this year in August. So the fund is catered to Sampra members as well as the members of the music industry. We launched 6 key focus areas so that we can be able to assist South African artists in terms of funding. So I'll just break them down a bit for you guys so you can understand all the 6 key focus areas. So firstly, number 1 is the training and development, which is currently open. We have partnered with the Academy of Sound Engineering in order to provide the services for bursary funding. So in terms of bursary funding, you can study the business of music, in terms of licensing deals, contract negotiations, business management, marketing, just all things regarding how to manage yourself as an entrepreneur within the music industry. The category for bursary is currently open and it closes on the 28th of February 2021.
And I'm sorry to cut you. Is it open for next year's academic year?
Yes, so it's open for the academic year for 2021. So the fund is open to Sampra members, and you must have earned at least 3,000 Rand in 3 royalty payments to be able to receive funding from us. So we cannot provide you with more than 50% of the sponsorship amount that you are requesting from us. So that's training and development. Number 2 is music production. So we know that music production is quite expensive for musicians. So with music production, we assist you with studio rental, session fees, accommodation, artwork and design for your album or CD cover. So that's number 2 of the key focus. Number 3 is local and international travel. We know as musicians that you guys travel a lot, you perform a lot, so we catering this if you're performing locally and internationally as well. So we will assist with, your visa arrangements, your flights, as well as accommodation.
Does this include like local flights?
Yes, like I said,
okay.
If you travel internationally and locally. So this is for when you have like live performances, like if you're touring and you need assistance from us regarding local and international travel, we can assist Sampra members with this. Number 4 is sponsorship. So with sponsorship, it's not only open to Sampra members, but the members of the music industry. So for example, like Dance Music Summit. If Dance Music Summit needs sponsorship regarding a music workshop like this, we can be able to assist. With sponsorship, it's not only, it's industry-related music awards, exhibitions, musicals, virtual gigs as well, because we know that because of COVID-19, a lot of artists were doing a lot of virtual gigs, like, Yoshimza, who did the Channel O. So with sponsorship as well. So with sponsorship, it's catered to Sampra members and also, the public as well. And then number 4 is, what's the other one? It's quite a few, we've got a whole pie for, the music industry. Then we've got the funeral benefit. So with the funeral benefit, it's catered to Sampra members. And with funeral benefit, we have also partnered with a service provider who will assist in terms of any funeral arrangements that a Sampra member needs. With regards to funeral benefit, we catering it to the Sampra member, the spouse of the Sampra member, and the children below the age of 18. So if your spouse as a Sampra member passes away or your children under the age of 18 passes away as well, we can be able to assist you with this. So as a Sampra member, there's no cost that you have to pay. We will be the ones that will pay in terms of the premiums of the funeral benefit. The last one is the post-retirement savings. So we know that, you can't be in the music industry forever. Obviously, you're going to have to step down and just want to enjoy your retirement. So we're also catering this to our Sampra members who have earned at least 3,000 royalty payments from Sampra. With the post-retirement savings, we catering it when you have reached the retirement age of 60. So I'm sure all of you here are below the age of 60, so you guys have got a long way to go. With the post-retirement annuity, we've also partnered with a service provider who will assist with this. This is at no cost for a Sampra member. We will assist in terms of paying the premiums to the service provider that we have partnered with in terms of assisting with this. So those are the key focus areas that we are currently providing to Sampra members.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot that you guys are doing. They've got bags and bags, guys. So I want to know first with regards to session musicians and studio work. Is there a limit to those kind of things when it comes to the funding that you're offering?
Well, there's no limit. As long as you can send us the cost estimations of what kind of funding you need, like a breakdown of what your cost estimations are, and the board of the fund will decide in terms of what they will be able to provide you with. So, like I said, it can't be more than we can't provide you with more than 50% of the money that you are requesting from us.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for me, I've got a lot of questions, but I think let's rather get questions from everybody who's here. Do we have questions? Okay.
Good morning. I just want to find out, on the training and development side, the bursaries, are they full-time or do you also cater for part-time?
So we've got the Academy of Sound Engineering is offering a 6-month certificate, higher certificate, and a 1-year higher certificate. So what you need to do, you actually first need to apply for the whatever you would like to study. So if you visit the Academy of Sound Engineering website, they will give you a breakdown of what it is that you can be able to study. And then thereafter, once you have been accepted by the Academy of Sound Engineering, you can therefore apply for the bursary from Sampra. So first have to go to the Academy of Sound Engineering website, then after come to the Sampra Fund website, apply, and also attach the acceptance letter from the Academy of Sound Engineering.
Cool. Jesse, we've got... okay, we'll come to you, Misty.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm just not sure if this question is directed to Sampra, but you know the history of South Africa with regards to apartheid and now democracy. So you'd find that most of our radio stations, only until recently, they mostly play international music. So mostly of us do dance music, ne? So you find most of our music, we play it in campus radio stations like UJ, VETS, and others. So you find that most campus and community radio stations, they are not registered with like your music societies. So guys do submit their music there, but they don't get royalties. So my question is, what does Sampra do to make sure that these campus and community radio stations comply so that artists and musicians can get paid?
Unfortunately, we don't license community radio stations because the licensing fees we get from them is quite little. So if we had to split all that money up amongst the artists or all of the performers that are involved in a song, you would get quite little money and you wouldn't get any payment from us. Even with Samro, like you can go ask them as well, they don't get much from community radio stations.
So, ma'am, as a follow-up, you know, in general, what can be done? Because most of us, our music comes there before we break to mainstream. Even if we get a chance to break into mainstream, what can be done? Because that is where it's happening in the ground, campus community radio station. That is where we submit our songs. What can be done based on your experience?
You can go into our website and just look which radio stations are licensed with us. So at least you get a picture of where you're supposed to reach out to and where you could get your royalties from.
Yeah, and I think like small radio stations, the issue really is their own revenue is small. You know, they've got very little revenue. They don't have much advertising revenue coming in compared to like the bigger stations. And you'd find that a campus station is already struggling to pay their own employees, you know, let alone pay royalties for music. So it's one of those challenges, you know. So before you, like, Mr. You, one other question, we'll get back to you, my brother. Over here, Jesse.
So like I manage like 3 record labels, ne? So I had like the last one that I just started like 2 months ago. And then, you know, with this COVID-19 thing. So I registered the record label, Sampra, online. I haven't gotten anything from you guys. So what's happening?
Okay.
Like it's been 3 months now.
Please contact us and we will check for you because we do have a lot of record label online applications that are still outstanding for us to capture.
Mm-hmm.
So just give us a call, give us the name of the record label, and we will check for you.
Thank you so much.
Cool. There's one more there. Yeah, we'll come back to you now.
Guys, I actually wanted to find out what's the difference between you and Samro, and then 2, if I'm a member for Samro and you guys, and then there's one song that is like on high rotation. Now, where does my money come from you or from them?
Okay, Samro collects royalties for composers, authors, and publishers. We collect royalties for all recording artists. So this excludes your authors. We don't do that. Okay, so basically, if you are registered with Samro and you are not an author, you do need to register with us as part of a recording artist partaking in a recording of a song. So you will get royalties from both of us. But just also keep in mind that the ACBC only just gave us a payout now, so your royalties from Samro and us will not be the same.
And it's a different type of royalty as well, Jesse over here. Needle time and performance royalties are 2 different types. So you need to be registered with both so you can fully enjoy the benefits of your work.
Good day. I just want to find out, I'm a Sampra member. And when I applied online, I think there's a portion where you have to put your track or a song. which is your first song. And then I just want to know, let's say now I've released few tracks, and I'm independent. I'm not on a record label, and I post my tracks on TrackSource or SoundCloud or Hear This. Do you guys pick up those songs under my name so that I can be paid out, or how does it go?
Okay, regarding your SoundClouds and your track source, that's mechanical rights. But with us, we do pick up your songs. We do have what we call as an IPD. Basically, it's like your ID number, but it's in the music, jargon. So we call it an IPD. So we do pick that up. Even when your song plays internationally, they do send us like the playlist. And what we do is we identify our members by using our IPDs that we have created for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. No, I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Morning. So, does it also include songs that are yours, but you find them in mixtapes and are published everywhere, like in your streaming places, your YouTubes, your whatever? So songs that are included in mixes, what about them?
They also are included because at the end of the day, originally, it's your song, it's just remixed.
Good day.
Hola.
Okay. In terms of the sponsorships, I was asking about. Okay, we also have our own record label, and we are also members of Sampra. So I was asking that if we host an event, do you guys even sponsor for an event? Like, let's say for an example, we as Addicted Group, we have our own artists, DJs, and vocalists. So do you guys sponsor such event, or we need to tailor a proposal for you guys? Or
So when you apply for sponsorship, yes, we will require a detailed proposal regarding your event. So like I said, for sponsorship, if you are hosting a virtual gig, music awards, musicals, an event that is within the music industry, we are able to assist you. You just have to obviously put cost estimations as well in terms of what it is that you request funding for, so we can be able to see where we can assist you. So let's say perhaps your sponsorship amount that you are applying for is like 80,000 Rand. We can only assist you with 50% of that 80,000 Rand. The rest you would need to unfortunately find other resources to be able to assist you with your sponsorship request. Like I said, for sponsorship, it's open to Sampra members and the members of the music industry. So you can apply. Unfortunately, right now for the 2020 period, we are currently closed. The next open window period will be in 2021. I'm just not sure when, but for this year, we are closed.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
One more at the back there, Jesse.
Morning, guys. Just a quick one. I heard y'all saying you'll be accepting applications from 2009 till 2018. Why?
Are you talking about the backdating of your royalties?
Yes.
Okay. Before 2014, we only used to pay royalties to record labels. And what they needed to do was pay artists. But we saw that wasn't working out. So we could only go back to 2009 and not lower than that.